do leaders need to be resilient? Okay, this is the part where you get to talk to me. Anybody?
Because
Okay.
everybody's going to tell you what you cannot do, why it can't be done.
Yeah. So leaders need to be resilient because they need to be able to forge on. Well, what happens, what does it look like? What has it looked like in your life to work under a leader who's not resilient? I heard breath. Anybody? Somebody who won't change, right? Somebody who's stuck in their ways. Somebody who won't let you make decisions to move the ball forward.
Somebody hates it when you're honest.
Ooh, who hates it when you're honest.
Welcome to my world.
Okay, all right. Anybody else's world? Is she alone?
It's disempowering.
Yes. Yes, defeating. Absolutely. So do leaders have to be resilient? They don't have to be. They don't have to be, but it sure helps if you are. So I have a little exercise to help us iterate why that is, right? So everybody stand up. Good, you're fast on your feet. It's not Monday anymore. Okay, we're going to illustrate why resilience is important in leaders. Touch something. Not your neighbor, something inanimate. Always get in trouble with that one. Okay, touch something else. Fantastic. Now you can take a seat. Raise your hand. Yes. Raise your hand if you use something other than your hand or fingers to touch. Oh, one person way in the back. Nice. Nobody else. Yeah, you use your hands and fingers. Now, why is that? Because that's the habit that you've created. That's what your brain told your body to do, right? Your brain told your body, you have one tool at your disposal, and here it is. This is what you touch with. Now raise your hand if you know that we have nerve endings all over our bodies, right? Yeah. But even knowing that, we still used the pathway that's most familiar to us. We fell back on old habits. Is it possible that we do that in life? Yeah. Is it possible that we solve problems the same way every single time because that's our habit and we don't use all the tools that we have at our disposal? I hear people a lot say, well, I know what the problem is, I know what all my options are, and I've exhausted all my options. Really? Because couldn't you look at it a little different way? So if I had you do that exercise again, if I asked you to stand up, but this time I tied your hands behind your back. And then I said, now touch something. Would you be frustrated? Would you be mad at me? You can't throw tomatoes at me because your hands are tied behind your back. But you could be mad. You could think I was setting you up to fail. But probably in a little while, you'd realize that you could touch something with your elbow. You could touch something with your foot. And that's what resilience is. Resilience is finding a new path, a new way to do business, when your old way to do business doesn't work anymore, right? And sometimes we have our hands tied behind our back and we don't even know it. And we're struggling with our hands tied behind our back and we're mad. And if we would just give in to the fact that, hey, I gotta come up with a new way to do business, then all of a sudden we'd be able to be resilient because we'd recognize this isn't gonna work anymore. But I got my feet, I got my elbows, I got all these other tools, and I just need to start figuring out a way to use them. I need to get rid of the old habit, get a new habit.